Hi you guys, this is Ms. Claywell. We are going to be doing Algebra 2 Skill 2 solving with elimination and then application of systems. So you want to have out notes to take this on or paper to take these notes on, or you can go to the Google Classroom and download the blank copy of these notes. So once you have that ready, continue on. So this is not in your notes, so we're going to quickly review what is a system. So a system is when we have two equations with two variables. So this could look like 2x plus y equals 3 and 3x plus 4 equals 2. What methods do we know to solve them? So far we know graphing and we know substitution. Today we're going to learn the next method, which is the elimination. Method. So these are the 6 steps that we're going to do throughout this. Are the equations lined up in like terms and columns? If not, put the equation in standard form. So these are in the notes that you guys should be copying. Decide which variable to eliminate by looking for opposite terms or multiples of like terms. Rewrite the system, eliminate the variable itself, solve for the other variable, write your solution as an ordered pair. This will make much more sense if when we take time to practice that. So this is our first one. Step 1 is, do I have them in columns? If we go back, step 1 is, are they lined up with like terms? If not, put them in standard form. So I have my x's above my x's, my y's above my y's, my constants above my constants. Step 3, decide which variable to eliminate by looking for opposite terms or multiples of opposite terms. So I see that my positive 3y and my negative 3y are opposite terms. I eliminate those. I add down 2x plus x is 3x plus 0y equals 18. Notice I eliminated my y. That's why we call this elimination, because my y is a 0, so 0y, I have no y's. So I just rewrote the system, eliminate the variable and solve. So divided by 3, x equals 6. However, I am not done because I need the x and the y value, so that's part of my answer. I can solve for my y by plugging my x back into any of the equations above. I'm going to plug it into this one. 2 times 6 plus 3y equals 15. And now I'm just solving this. My y equals 1. So my final answer is 6 comma, ooh, that is not a good looking 6. We're going to make it work. 6 comma 1, because it wants my answer as an ordered pair, so that's how I'm going to write my final answer. Okay, now we're on to example 2. We're going to follow our first step. I want everything in standard form. this second equation is in standard form, so I'm just going to rewrite it as it is. I need to add y to both sides to get the first one in standard form. So I have my x's on top of my x's, my y's on top of y's, my constant on top of constants. I'm trying to see if I add down, does anything add to 0? My x's do not, my y's do. So I have successfully eliminated my y's. So I know my x value. I still need my y value. So I'm solving for my y value. I can divide both sides by -1. I end up with y equals, that looks bad. I can divide both sides by -1. Gonna move myself. Oh, I don't know where I went. I get +2 equals y. Then I need to write it in standard form, so I have x comma y, and my y value is 2. So that's my answer. So this one, we had to put it in standard form, but then our values were able to. This is our example 3 in our notes. These second one is in standard form, so I can rewrite that. So remember, standard form is ax plus by equals c. This one I need to move my y to the other side. If I look at these, if I add down, nothing adds to 0, which is not helpful to me. I need one of my variables to add to 0, so I know that if I get this to be, if I get a 2 in front of my y, a -2, then it would add to 0, so I'm going to multiply everything in that row. By a +2. So I end up with 6x minus 2y. Remember to multiply to both sides equals 10. I'm not multiplying this by anything. Or you can think of it as you're just multiplying everything in their second equation by 1. Now I have a situation where my y's are eliminated. So I have my x equals 2, which is helpful, but I don't know my y value yet. I'm going to go ahead and plug a 2 wherever I see a y, or wherever I see an x. So here for x, I should have put a 2. I get 2y equals 2, or y equals 1. Sorry that this is not my prettiest slide, you guys. our last example we're going to do is application. So Caesar and Brutus are selling apple pies and lemon meringue pies at a school fundraiser. Caesar sold 5 apple pies and 2 lemon meringue pies for $80. Brutus sold 3 apple pies and 6 lemon meringue pies for $90. What is the cost of 1 apple and 1 lemon meringue? So first let's define my variables. I'm going to let X, it's asking for the cost. So X is going to be cost apple pie. And Y is going to be the cost. I'm going to abbreviate lemon meringue pie. So now we want to write an equation. We're going to write one equation for Brutus and one equation for Caesar. So let's start with Caesar. Caesar shared 5 apples and 2 lemon meringue for a total of $80. Brutus sold 3 apple and 6 lemon meringue for a total of $90. So now I need to figure out a way to solve these. So these are my 2 equations. I'm going to choose to eliminate my you can choose to eliminate either of them. I'm going to get my y's to be a positive 6y and a negative 6y. Sorry, I typed what I spoke. So to do that, I'm going to multiply everything in this first one by a negative 3. And I'll end up with a negative 15x minus 6y equals negative 240. Then I see that my y's eliminate. I can divide each of these by negative 12. I end up with x being 12.5. I still need to solve for y. I'm just going to go ahead and put everywhere I see a 12 point or an x, I'm going to put a 12.5. And it makes sense that our pies are not whole amounts. Sorry, that should be a positive. So apple cost, it wants to know the cost of each 12 lemon meringue pie. Okay, thank you guys for your patience with my writing. This is not my normal laptop and setup, so it's a little messy. Remember to make sure you take notes for this. You'll have to submit those next class for your bell work. And remember to do the few questions in Delta Math that go along with this lesson. You guys will have a chance to ask questions next class. Bye, you guys.